you've been charged, please, what? How does it even go? An amount of blah, blah, blah has been taken from your account as maintenance fee. The Bank of Ghana says it is illegal. Also, if you go to the counter and you are charged for withdrawing money from your own account, that counter withdrawal charge is illegal, says the Bank of Ghana. So I'm super excited about that. But a lot has been happening, and we're going to tell you all about it in Coffee Daily. Following that, we have Lifestyle Daily, our second segment of the show. And today we are discussing how to spend wisely in these times, okay? At a time when everybody's complaining of economic hardship, fuel prices are going high, transport fares skyrocketing through the roofs. Look, how do you spend wisely? What are the smart ways you can go about spending your salary or your little income that you have? We want to have that discussion on Lifestyle Daily. And today's hashtag, of course, being Tuesday, is Travel Tuesday, and we will be talking about traveling to Dubai. Dubai has been in the news for so many quote-unquote wrong reasons. So traveling to Dubai is such a timely and relevant conversation to have this morning on our hashtag Daily Travel Tuesday, and Miss Drew is standing by with that conversation. Also on the plug, we'll be hosting one of our finest actors, Fiifi Coleman, who has something coming up, Women at Work. I saw the trailer this morning on Instagram and it's hilarious. If he says that he's going to brush stop, it's a scam. That's what he says. So Fiifi Coleman will be joining us on the plug to have that discussion. We're going to see how that's going to go. But guys, remember, you are a major part of the AM Club. We'd like to hear from you. Join us online and on WhatsApp. Online, the hashtag is the AM Club on all our social media handles at MX24GH on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Meanwhile, whilst you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos. Also, you can reach us via WhatsApp, like I rightly said, and it's going to be on the bottom right corner of your TV screens or your device right now. The number is 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511. We'd like to hear your comments, your reactions to all the stories we are going to discuss on the show today, okay? Now, as you already know, this is how we start off. We inspire ourselves with some motivational quotes, with some Bible verses, with some inspirational messages, speeches. And if you have any, tell us about it. Tell us what inspires you, what keeps you motivated, what keeps you going every single day. We call this My Daily Dose of Vim. Hashtag My Daily Dose of Vim or My DDOV. Please send it to us on our WhatsApp number. I'm ready to read them out. 055-033-1511. I'm checking to see if the number is on your screen right now. 055-033-1511, and we will talk about it, or we will read it out on the AM Club Coffee Daily. Meanwhile, our daily dose of Vim is coming from us to you. It's coming from VGMA, Best Hip Hop Song of the Year, from the one and only Blacko, Black Sharif. He calls this Second Sermon. I'll be back. Let's go.
MX24 Studios. We're the prime location for your music video shoots, live productions, TV shows, and more. From state-of-the-art equipment to a very skilled production team, we've got you covered. Step into our modern and spacious studio with a changeable lighting system and foolproof sound. Our touchscreen studio projection monitors come with other features, including Wi-Fi connection, screen mirroring, and a remote workspace mode. Take advantage of our high-quality cameras to shoot in 4K and a variety of the best lighting equipment.
Such an inspirational song. But guys, I'm happy to say that your hostess with the mostest, Miss Drew, is in the building.
Hey, hey. Hi, guys. I know you guys love it when I'm here. I love it when I'm here too. I'm joking. And I'm not joking. I am. I do. It's your girl, Miss Drew, your hostess with the mostest, and I'm so happy to be on your screens again on the AM Club. I mean, isn't Godwin looking just super fantastic in his mint green? I'm loving the touch of greens, the different green tones.
Oh, in the pants, in the the polo, yeah.
Like real fashionista vibes. I love it. I love it.
Audition today, so I'm coming with a vibe.
I see.
You know about the audition? Are you coming?
To the audition?
Yes.
I am coming. Godwin persuaded
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Anyway, it's good to see you.
Yes, indeed. And of course, it's good to see you guys watching as well. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is, of course, the AM Club here on MX24. And you already know, right here on MX, we are fun, we are fearless, and we are definitely factual. So it's still the AM Club right here. And this is where we keep you entertained and informed and inspired on all of that good stuff. So it is, of course, time for Daily Dose of Vim. I'm going to read out some of the messages that you guys have been sending. I love when you guys are so bright, early, quick, and fast. So we've got, hello, Godwin, you look good in your outfit. See, I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying.
Thank you.
My DDOV is the best revenge is massive success. So get up and try again until you succeed. That's from Alberta from Tardy. I love Tardy. Gold City, Oil City, baby. We have, good morning, MX24. My DDOV is, you've got to wake up from your comfort zone. Gratitude is a must. Gratitude is always a must. I love that. That is from Diamond, from Wenshi, and Bronga Hafel. We have good morning, MX24. This is Cultured Inside Aman Keser. My motivational message is great people are those who make others feel that they too can become great. I love that. Listen, it's always important to build other people up and try and build the people coming after you to be greater than you are. That is like some serious good service when you do that. We have another one that is saying, you look so beautiful today, Godwin. So and much. He looks amazing. I'm loving it as well. I mean, thank you guys for sending your message. Please do keep sending them all in. We love to hear you motivate. And I love that right now on the AM Club, they add Bible verses. Like, yo, you guys really be taking people to church in the morning. The best way to start your day is to start with God.
That's right.
I love it. I love it. Now, also, you guys know that we have an amazing event that is coming up. Kofu Owusu Pepra Ministries and MX24 present the Kofi Owusu Pepra Live in concert, a night of great worship, great music, and the launch of the Father's Gift album. Now, guests include Niella, F.A. Grace, Luigi McLean, and the legendary Mrs. Amy Newman. Now, your host is, of course, the one and only Miss Drew, the hostess with the mostest. I'm going to be there making sure that, you know, the event goes superbly. I'm going to be your host, and it's taking place on Sunday, the 22nd of May. Now, that is an exact 1 week, 7 days, till my birthday, so make sure you guys note it down. When you see me at the event, give me my birthday present. So the time is 4 p.m. The venue is the National Theatre in Accra. Standard tickets are just a cool 60 CDs and 150 CDs for unforgettable VIP experience. So if you guys want a ticket, all you need to do is dial the short code, which is *725 *700 0#. I'm going to say that again. *725 *7000#. And all you need to do is also contact the hotline 027 142 5445. Sponsors are Rudine, Total Family Health Organization, DSTV, I Pay Ghana, Joy FM, Lucasade, Fan Milk, Ocean Spray, Mediterranean natural mineral water, Always sanitary pads, Electromart, Verna natural mineral water, Incest Fly, and Series. There's so many sponsors on this, so you know it's going to be a good event. And I know a lot of these people sponsoring are people that you also collaborate with, so it's a great thing knowing that they are, you know, pushing and supporting gospel music. So all you need to do is get your Woodine fabric from their shops in Accra, and you can then win tickets to the evening and the amazing time of worship. Get some Woodine fabrics. You'll look like, you know, Kavoy, and when he's always wearing his beautiful shirts, or you even look like Godwin. But listen, guys, that is where we recap the biggest. Right now, we are about to recap the biggest trending stories in the last 24 hours. Straight to you, Godwin.
Before those stories, looking at all those sponsors, I bet you have bagged it, haven't you?
Me?
You bagged it.
Have I?
Look at all those sponsors.
Have I?
Your hostess with the mostest.
Your hostess with the mostest. Is she gonna be drinking series and wearing Woodine?
I mean, she's gonna take the cash.
Maybe.
Anyways, let's tell you what's been happening in the world in the last 24 hours. Starting off here at home, Ghana. Now, the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, GRTCC, wants Ghanaians to disregard a 20% increment in transport fares at some bus terminals. Some commercial drivers at some bus terminals are already charging 20% more on transport fares ahead of the expected increment in transport fares by the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU. However, the council in a statement indicated that transport fares are always negotiated for and on behalf of all operators by GRTCC and the GPRTU. It thus advised Ghanaians to ignore any purported hikes in transport fares until the GPRTU and GRTCC give such indications. And there is a statement, let me quickly take you through it. It says here, to all press houses for immediate release, transport fare increase of 20% effective Monday, 9th May 2022. The Ghana Transport Coordinating Council wish to inform the general public, commuters, and drivers in particular to disregard the purported transport fare increase of 20%. We wish to state that transport fares has always been negotiated for and on behalf of all operators by the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council and the Ghana Private Road Transport Union. No single union or group have the capacity to determine the quantum of increase except these two bodies mentioned above. We therefore wish to inform the operators and the general public that the Transport Minister has indicated his readiness to meet with the leadership of the GRTCC and GPRTU on Wednesday, 11th May 2022 to commence discussion on our proposal for fare increase. But we do understand that last week some transport operators increased lorry fares. Those who were paying 7 cedis were now paying 9 cedis and all. So there you have it. Coming in officially, please. You sit in a bus and the maid says, you're paying this amount because it's not legal. Okay? Yeah, some already have increased it already. That's what I said.
Wow. That's really, I don't even know how to feel, you know. The cost of living is increasing rapidly. It wasn't even like a slow incline. It was like here to here.
I remember how we started off buying fuel at 5 cedis this year.
Listen.
It's now 10.
No, if your diesel is 11.3.
Do you use diesel?
No, unfortunately. But yes, honestly, guys, it is a bit crazy, but
it's going to be chaos in church, honestly, because you have these mates saying that this is what they're charging now, and passengers saying they're not going to pay. It's going to be chaos, you know. But and will they hear this, knowing that it's not official?
Exactly.
Now that they've already increased the fares, well, we'll see.
It is sad, but like we said, we're all chosen people, so the world might be going crazy, but because you are blessed, you won't be affected. Amen. Now, the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, has made the proposal to the Public Utilities and Regulatory Commission, PURC, to increase electricity tariffs by up to 148%, covering 2019 to 2022. Now, the state power distributor also proposed an average increase of 7.6% in tariff over the next 4 years to cover distribution service charges. Now, the power distributor again pointed out that its financial sustainability is important as it impacts on the entire energy sector. Now, thus, if the government fails to subside electricity tariffs, consumers could pay more for light bills from August 2022. Another increase.
So,
but you know, that's a little bit, I feel a little bit upset about this because during COVID we were like, oh, thank goodness our president has done an amazing thing.
Free water.
Covering
Free
us for
ECG.
now. You know, he was looking after us. You know, he's doing such a good job. And then boom, when you least expect it.
The opposition said this was going to come. It says, you know what, this is just...
This is just for now. Don't get excited.
You know, we want to alleviate the burden on people during this COVID-19 times. We just knew that we were going to pay later on. I mean,
if we knew, then some of us should have left right before the increase.
Left where?
I said, if we knew it was going to go this crazy, then I'm sure people would have started planning to leave before the increase so they didn't have to pay it back.
Leave for where?
Leave Ghana and go somewhere else. It's true. Everywhere is hard, guys. Everywhere is hard.
Yeah,
oh, God.
It is well, man. It is well. But I mean, 148%. That's if you're buying 100 cedis for electricity in a month, it means you're going to pay more than 200 Ghana cedis.
Oh my!
148% increase. That's a lot. Yep. Anyways, it will be like the Christians will say. It is well. I refuse to be broke.
It is well.
Now let's cross over to our sister nation, Nigeria, where former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan is seeking to return to office in next year's election after switching to another political party. According to reports, Goodluck has joined the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) that defeated him in 2015 after 5 years in power. And his supporters group bought the nomination form on his behalf yesterday for 100 million naira, an equivalent of about 1.8 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
His decision to enter the race with the APC has come as a huge surprise to many Nigerians, especially those in his former party, the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Nigeria's main political parties are expected to hold their primaries later this month to meet the Election Commission's deadline of 3rd June for the submission of their candidates for the February 2023 elections. But this is crazy, isn't it? Like, imagine...
Is that even allowed?
I don't know.
Like, you know, it's like you've been a Chelsea supporter all your life.
No, never. Who's been Chelsea?
Everyone knows that you're a Chelsea supporter.
No, I'm not.
Last minute, just because Chelsea's always leaving, you're like, nah, I'm Man U now, I'm Man U for
Oh, that's
life.
what you mean?
Yes. Is that allowed?
I mean, for football teams, it's okay, but you're
this is political party.
You're the leader of a political party, means you have ideologies, you have certain belief systems, you know, and after 5 years of being president with that party, you leave to join another party, the opposition party that defeated you in your election. It's almost like Mahama joining the NPP.
Oh,
do you get it? It's now like going to be the flag bearer of the NPP.
But then he will obviously put the plans that he wanted for.
No, it's a political party. You don't come with your own. Of course, you have your own vision and all that, but you don't. Come on, you go with the overall agenda of the party.
That's what I'm saying. Would they think that you're a genuine individual?
That's what I'm saying. That it means I don't know.
We're going to be here to watch and see, right?
Absolutely. Speaking of Nigeria, let's do some sports. And the Nigerian Football Federation has been ordered to pay former coach Diano Raw just under $380,000 in compensation after ending his contract early. Nigeria's longest-serving manager, having taken charge in August 2016, Raw lost his job as Super Eagles coach in December, just 4 weeks before the delayed 2021 AFCON kicked off in Cameroon. The NFF had agreed to pay Raw's salary until the end of his contract, which expires in December 2022, but the 68-year-old went to FIFA to demand an additional sum for breach of contract without just cause. Raw had sought a total of €1 million, but has been granted $377,879.46 after a FIFA tribunal decided his claim was partially accepted insofar as it is admissible.
Wow.
All right. I know.
Sorry. Anything
she's like, Godwin, please move on.
Yes.
This one, I don't have anything to say about it. Okay, moving on to some more sports. Former Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho believes his former club has lost a bit of excellence and stability after changing ownership, but says it is temporary. The Blues are about to enter into a new dawn following the removal of Roman Abramovich due to being sanctioned by the UK government.
You know, of course, it's a difficult moment, and you can even feel it at football level, because they lost that level of excellence and stability. But it's the moment. It's the moment. You know, if you ask me, do I have somebody that I would love to take over from my Chelsea, let's say that. Yes, I have, but I close my mouth, and I just know that the club reached such a level that doesn't matter who wins, Chelsea will be always big, and my house will always be 200 meters away from the stadium. So I want to keep listening to the sound of happiness and success, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be like that.
Maybe the fans get more involved. That's what John Terry, for example, wants.
You know, John is Chelsea. Even if he's not working there, or John is Chelsea. Chelsea was made by people like him.
It's so nice to see. It's so nice to see the chosen one, you know, there on your screen saying all those stuff. I mean, I'm sure Chelsea misses him.
Yeah.
They miss him. I mean, his time at Chelsea was amazing. Those were the days when, you know,
And you
Chelsea
probably
was
would,
Chelsea.
and you'd end up thinking, maybe I should switch. If I was going to be honest, there was a small time in my life I thought, you know what, maybe
you
I'll
should be a
switch to Chelsea.
fan.
Yeah.
What fan are you? Manchester United?
Manchester United.
It's okay, continue. Continue with your tech news.
Okay, moving on to some tech news, let's talk about Facebook. Facebook is discontinuing several services that tracks your real-time location due to low usage. Now, that includes nearby friends, weather alerts, location history, and background location. In a notification sent to people who've used the feature in the past, Facebook says it will stop collecting data associated with these features on May the 31st and will wipe any stored data on August the 1st. Now, this doesn't mean that Facebook will stop collecting data altogether. Of course not. It's the internet. That's what they do these days. But Facebook says it will continue collecting location information to serve up relevant ads and location check-ins in line with its data policy. So you can also view, download, or delete any location data that the platform saved within the settings and privacy menus. Just don't forget to do it for all of you people that have, you know, been into that. But now it's time for us to take a deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz. We'll see you after this. Yes, yes, yes. It is, of course, still the AM Club. If you're just joining us, we are so happy to have you join us in this blessed morning. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to watch MX24, and we are so happy. So make sure you do get interactive on all of our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at MX24 TV. We want to know how you are feeling. Let's know how you're feeling about the conversation. We've got a lot of things in store for you today. So get interactive, because the show is nothing without you. So before we get into our, of course, MX breaks, we have an amazing fair that is happening. The Kumasi fashion, makeup, all of that beauty stuff. If that's your field, then you need to listen to this. So it's the 2022 African Makeup and Beauty Fair, dubbed the AMB Fair Kumasi Invasion. Now, it comes in a collaboration with the annual Kumasi Fashion Week. It comes on the 12th. That's this week, guys. The 12th to the 15th of May. It's at Kumasi City Mall. It's sponsored by of course, MX24, Verna Mineral Water, Elevate by EcoBank, ATL Fabrics, McBerry Biscuits, Maybelline Ghana, and Zoe Plus. Admission is free, so you have no excuse. If you are in Kumasi, you need to make sure you run there, get your beauty tips, your makeup tips, and if you're in Accra, it's an excuse to travel. It's an excuse to travel. Pay for your ticket, go by road, but the event is free. So it's about to demonstrate all different types of sales, expeditions, fashion talks, masterclasses, beauty photo booths, fashion installations, runways, fashion shows, so much more. The event is powered by Makeup Ghana, AYOA Ghana, and Kumasi Mall as well. Okay, so right now we're about to go into our breaks segment, guys. 1 minute. No, it's not there.
So Stonebwoy, all right, so I know we're going to talk about Stonebwoy on MX Breaks. We're going to talk about this actor that has been, taken over from Jodie Whittaker. I mean, you in the UK, so you know these people. Jodie Whittaker. Do you know Doctor Who?
Doctor Who, yes.
You know Doctor
I
Who,
used to
right?
watch when I was younger.
Right.
And then I grew up.
So what, you stopped watching it because
So I stopped watching it, but I heard that there's a whole new character that's been the main character now, and so the whole world is going a bit crazy about it.
Absolutely.
And he's black, so that's good.
Why, Doctor Who was white, eh?
Doctor Who used to be a white man.
And I don't know Doctor Who. I mean, I heard about it
Okay.
when I was young, but I don't know. Don't look at me like that. Anyway, so we're starting off with Stonebwoy?
Well, after the break, I'm guessing, after a quick interval, then I'm going to continue with MX Breaks. So guys, I'm going to see you after this. Yes, right now today on MX Breaks, we are talking all about Stonebwoy. Now, Stonebwoy has allegedly played for the release of rapper Tiny and confiscated his car. Now, Tiny's car was confiscated and held at the Taifa police station in Accra for taking money and failing to honor an agreement to perform at an event at the OT region. Wow. The event planner Yao Menkasa said that he paid the rapper 2,000 Ghana cedis for a performance. I'm not going to comment on that. In his hometown in the OT region, he subsequently lodged a complaint at the Taifa police station. The police then seized Tiny's car when he presented himself at the station. The police asked him to refund the money by Monday, the 9th of May, or risk being arrested. So that was yesterday. Upon hearing the story, Stonebwoy pledged to refund the money and eventually honored his word and paid off the money. Everybody needs a friend or big brother like Stonebwoy, right? That's always going to help you in your time of trouble and pay your fees when you are misbehaving.
Okay, I don't know who's big brother here. Tiny's supposed to be big brother.
Tiny's supposed to be big brother, but Stonebwoy stepped in and helped a brother out.
So he became what, Jacob,
so you
and
automatically
now
now become the big brother for helping me.
Okay, first of all, I'm not here to judge. I'm just, trying to rationalize this. Why is Tiny taking 2,000 Ghana cedis to perform in the OT region? Tiny, the legend.
Yes, I was just about to say. That's why I was like, maybe.
Alice can't pay. No.
Maybe it just means that the music industry doesn't have as much money as it claims to have.
Because during his time, Tiny was like,
Tiny.
You know what I'm saying? And he was very flashy. He was we just admired how he looked, how he dressed, how he carried himself. Wow.
That's crazy.
2,000 Ghana cedis.
2,000 Ghana. Gordon is getting paid more than that.
Sorry, hello? Oh, I certainly am.
You see?
I certainly am.
But then maybe it means because over time he might have been an quote-unquote old-fashioned, his time is out.
No, but because they're legends, now you pay them more.
Well.
Because you're bringing someone like Obrafo on stage, you're bringing someone like Lord Kenya, it means you're even going to pay them more. I mean, the current artists are also doing so. But these are legends. It's hard to get them.
See?
So you pay them more.
Much more. And then the next thing is, why did he not attend? Or did he feel like the 2,000 was too low, so he thought, I'm not going?
Then return the money.
Exactly. So if you couldn't return the money, does that mean that Sika
No,
has
man,
shit?
I can't have these guys disrespecting me like that.
Right.
I'm not happy at all about
well,
this.
there we go. We exactly said we are thankful that we have a stone boy that was like, do you know what? Do not tarnish his name. It's
I'm just
fine.
gonna be
I've
there.
got this. Let's forget about it and throw it under the dust.
So you know what? Who we should be bigging up right now?
Stone boy. Exactly. That's what I said. Everybody needs a hero. A hero.
I see what you did there. Nice one.
Okay, moving on, we're going to London. Like Godwin said, we're talking about BBC that has announced that actor Nkuti Gatwa will take over from Jodie Whittaker as the star of Doctor Who. We're so happy for black faces doing big things and major roles in the UK. Now, he will become the 14th time Lord on the popular science fiction show and the first person of colour to play the lead role. Now, Scottish actor Gatwa, who was born in Rwanda, is best known for starring in Netflix sitcom Sex Education. And we want to say a massive congratulations to him. Imagine coming from Rwanda. We don't know why you had to come from there, but you made a way in London with so many different cultures, a completely multicultural city, and you have got a lead role.
Okay, so I'm going to say something.
Ow.
Okay, yeah, here I go again. You see, I love these stories. I love to hear things like this. They're very inspiring. But sometimes we also have to state that someone like Gatwa, I didn't know he was the one. I mean, he's an amazing actor. I've seen him in Sex Education. I'm like, who is this guy? You know, he's so funny.
Yeah.
He's so affable. He's such an intelligent actor. But sometimes I like how, for PR's sake, people like to chase, oh, he was born in Rwanda. Did he grow up in Rwanda? No, he grew up in the UK. So you see, it's one thing being born in Rwanda, like we were born here, live here, and then decide, okay, I'm 30, I'm going to the UK to go pursue a
change my
career.
life, yeah.
And then you make it. You know, but when you were raised there, you almost know the culture, you know the people you have here. You're almost like them. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's easy for someone like that to make it done. A person who grew up here and moves and say, you know what, I'm going to find greener pastures. I'm just saying, let's establish that. But that aside, you still won't take away the fact that people of color have been segregated. They've been even there, you know. So it's nice to see them also taking on.
It is definitely nice to see that they're finally including other people, because
Absolutely.
it has been difficult for a long time. Even simple presenter roles or just to even be on screen, it's been very difficult for a long time. And we're glad that BBC, British Broadcast Communications.
Mister, don't do this, I beg you. British Broadcast what?
I was going to say communication, but imagine, this is where all the studying that I did at university is supposed to come into play, and it hasn't. But BBC can still employ
You know,
me
we're
if
still
you want.
doing BBC. We're going to BBC, aren't we?
We are going
Hey,
to BBC.
are we
You
saying
see
this?
the way I'm doing the news? We can go to
My boss said
BBC.
they said we are allowed to go to BBC. So
Oh,
it's okay.
Medasi Babri. Moving on to some other news, we have Anthony Addison has officially walked across the Hollywood University stage. Earning his diploma from the Illustrations HBCU in Washington, D.C., the former Black-ish actor celebrated his collegiate accomplishment with an Instagram post to share with his 1.8 million followers that his graduation was not omen, but 30 years in the making. Anderson received his bachelor's in fine arts from the Chadwick A. Boseman College of Fine Arts. And again, he deserves a huge congratulations.
Absolutely. I love Anthony Anderson.
Honestly, before he was even in Black-ish, the other movies that I used to watch him in and series that I used to see him in,
I don't remember the titles, but yes, I remember him in all those stuff.
So many, like you can tell that. I think we kind of even grew up with him because
We
he could
did.
be like a child
Yeah.
actor.
We
So
did.
it goes to show that, listen, if you have a dream or passion to keep studying, don't even give up. And at the same time, keep your hustle.
I
Keep
remember he
your
was in
hustle
Ghana some
on.
few years ago, you know?
Pardon?
I remember he was in Ghana some few years ago.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Did you meet
I
him?
wanted to meet him. No.
Oh,
I never met
that
him,
would have
but
been a great opportunity, man.
Yeah, I love Anthony Anderson. Amazing guy.
He's
Amazing
great.
guy.
He's great. He's great. And of course, you know, we usually do a patois word of the day, but give me your motivational word. Just a word, not a sentence. A word for the day.
Consistency.
Ooh, elaborate.
Do yourself. So are you gonna give me a part of it?
Me, galang. It means let's go or get out of here. Galang.
Put it in a sentence. Me a galang auto here. Ooh.
Well, basically, you can say that, but that didn't make any sense.
Let's galang.
But galang. Ask a boy. Galang is
All
like...
right. Miss Ju, let's galang. In about an hour and some few minutes. But up next, we have Lifestyle Daily, where we're discussing how to spend wisely in these times.
Oh, it's necessary.
It's very difficult now, so we're going to discuss how we can
get some
smart
tips.
ways we can use our monies,
I love that.
wisely. But in the meantime, still on the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards winners, here is the reggae dancehall song of the year from Kiddy, calls it "Touch It, Touch It."
Sugar daddy, yeah, yeah. Dilly dally, yeah. Puff, puff, pass, my Mary Jane. I'm high on life, wanna meditate. So allow me, make I enjoy life. Cause problem not the finish, oh, every day different wahala. Problem not the finish, oh, I just wanna party every day. I just wanna party every day. So pass me the dachi. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Pass, pass, pass me the dachi. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Shut up and bend over. Let your back do the talking over. So back up and bend over. Let your back do the talking over. Say, I want to chop my life. I want to be happy. I want to dance and party to the rhythm of my body. I just wanna party every day. I just wanna party every day. So pass me the dachi. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Pass, pass, pass me the dachi. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Puff, puff, pass, my Mary Jane. I'm high on life, wanna meditate. So allow me, make I enjoy life. Cause problem not the finish, oh, every day different wahala. Problem not the finish, oh. Pass me the dachi. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Pass, pass, pass me the dachi. Pretty girl, come wine pon the cocky. 10 toes, one girl, make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversation, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
The 6th edition of the annual Kumasi Fashion Week returns in collaboration with the African Makeup and Beauty Fair this May. From the Thursday 12th to the Sunday 15th May 2022, live at the Kumasi City Mall. Admission is free. Get ready for the best of fashion and beauty the continent has to offer in Kumasi. Come and experience shopping, education, sales, demos, giveaways, competitions, mega discounts, special fashion installations and thrilling runway shows from both international and local brands you know and new ones you are going to love. Tickets available for the runway shows selling at 80 Ghana cedis per day and 150 Ghana cedis and 200 cedis for full package and VIP respectively. Kumasi Fashion Week 2022. Welcome culture, commerce and couture. Powered by Kumasi City Mall, Ayo A Agency, Zoe Plus Limited and Makeup Ghana.
Hey guys, it's another Tuesday. You know how we do it. This is Tech Today with your boy Eddie Kunsen. You know how we do it. Is that time?
Says Apple doesn't need to be pressured to follow the trends because I mean Apple is Apple.
Apps run better on iOS devices than ever right on Android.
Yeah. So coding is an integral part of tech, but there are so many fields in tech as well. So
it has a car system where you can monetize and change any configuration that you want.
I'm here to give you the latest trends, the rumors and the leaks in the world of tech.
All women were created differently with unique attributes. From managing a home to being entrepreneurs, through the ups and downs, we almost always win.
As I said, in the early stages of breastfeeding, what your body is using to make the milk is what you ate during pregnancy.
Adoption is a blessing. So if you want to adopt, it's a good thing to do, but just make sure that you do it in the right way.
The brand new season of the Talkative Mom Show is double the education, double the information and excitement.
And then I actually realized nobody cares. Yes, nobody cares.
Yeah. Join me, Eno Kragren, and my guests this and every Sunday on MX24.
The Talkative Mom Show is proudly supported by Gokul's Healthy Options and Cerelac.
No topic is off limits. The pain of experiencing a miscarriage is something that can crumple your world. We're talking postpartum bodies and everything in between. And they share their story on their battle with infertility. The touching stories of the African woman rolls before you.
I was disappointed in God, in life, in myself.
How many losses have you had?
After that, we had 4 more.
What?
I shouted, I said,
We lost vision, we lost any sound beyond crying.
Our mistakes, advices, regrets, real stories and more on We Got This Africa. Na Ashakor and her intriguing panel serve you real experiences of the African woman. We Got This Africa.
We got this.
Okay, sweet, but your love is sweeter. My hair, it day for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you don't be my baby.
What
if I broke, now my business. I'll show you, you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bank, yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands, still I can't believe. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Welcome back to MX24 TV, the AM Club, where we start your day the right way. Thank you so much. If you have just joined us, I'm telling you, you don't need to go anywhere else because we have still got a jam-packed show in store for you. And if you have been chilling with us from the beginning, you are a real one. Please do continue to send your messages in to our social medias on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all of that good stuff, or our WhatsApp. The number should be available on the screen, or if you're a regular, you already know the WhatsApp number. We want to know your thoughts on the conversation. It's time for a Lifestyle Daily, where we will be talking about spending wisely in these difficult times. These are some serious times. Wow, if only Kavoy was here, he would get it, but I'm glad you got it as well. Yes, Egyptian. Listen, guys, it is a tough time for Ghanaians and people all around the world. It's not just you that is suffering. The prices for goods and services are at an all-time high. Fuel prices have gone up, which in turn have affected transportation costs. The government is taxing every single money that we are trying to manage. And meanwhile, salaries have stayed consistent or you're not even seeing your salary. It is now incredibly important to spend wisely and manage every single coin that is in our possession so that they work for us. How do we do that in this time? Don't worry, right here on the AM Club, we will be delving into all of this and more in today's conversation. But we've got Godwin.
Thank you, Miss Drew, hostess with the mostest. And indeed, we're having this conversation. If you have thoughts on this, you have some questions, do send it to us via our WhatsApp number is 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511. Also on social media at MX24GH, especially on Twitter at the hashtag the AM Club. Joining us this morning for this conversation, we have William Duncan, and he's joining us via Zoom. He's a financial analyst. William, good morning.
Morning, Godwin. How are you?
I'm well, my brother. Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Look, after the show, I want that jacket.
You're sure
that's a really beautiful jacket.
You're sure going to have it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And you look like my rich uncle. You are just choking in your corner there, enjoying yourself. Anyways, bro, let's have this conversation. I'm super excited that we're going to talk about something like this. I have been complaining all year, my brother, that I don't know where my monies are going. I don't know where my monies are going. It's almost like I'm living by day, which is not wise. Things come up, you have to sort, you're buying expensive food now because you don't want to eat certain things, bro. So let's have this conversation about how to spend wisely in these times. And I want to quickly ask you how important it is to have a lifestyle shift when it comes to spending in these times.
So, Godwin, I know you've heard this phrase, Accra stay by plan, right? This is the best time to really stay by plan. Because, like you said, incomes are not rising, but the cost of living is going up. And I was listening to your story on the increasing transport fares and, the communique that has come out to say it should be disregarded. However, is that the situation on the ground? Maybe not. So, it's very important to understand what your incomes are, what your expenses are, and sort of adjust accordingly. I don't think that we are out of the woods when it comes to the economic times you're in, but if you can shift away from some of the needless expenses, you put yourself in a much better position, to maximize your incomes, and don't think that somebody's stealing your money.
Indeed. Let's go straight to how to spend wisely in these times, William. And I was reading something last week that said that a law firm in the UK has decided to, allow their staff to work from home for 20% less salary. And that's because sometimes, Charlie, the transport fares are crazy. We know how much fuel costs now. So I'm going to ask you, let's take it one after the other. When I look at what I spend, and I'm using myself as an example, top of what I spend a lot on, first is transportation. I realize it's transportation. Then there's food, and then there's utilities before every other thing. Some of us, we don't go out, so at least we can save those small ones. So let's talk about spending wisely, starting off with transportation. What do you think is the best way young people, or anybody at all in these times, can spend wisely on transportation, yet getting to work early and being productive?
So it's dicey, right? I would say the best thing is if you can carpool, please carpool. If you know a couple of friends, or if you have a couple of friends, you work in the same office and you can carpool, please do carpool. Obviously, some people would prefer to go by, Uber, Bolt, Yango, whichever ways. But if Trotro can get you there in the same amount, in the same time, and you can manage that expense, please do. Because everybody wants comfort, but the comfort will come at a cost.
Indeed.
Right. And so if you are going to continually do both for the short trips that you do, and honestly, I think that maybe for trips that you can do within certain areas and you can walk, I mean, why not take the walk, get some exercise in? You never know, it could be the reason why you stay alive. You see, so transport can be dicey. That's the best thing I'll say about it. It can be dicey. However, if you can carpool, please carpool. If you can make a distinct, adjust it such that you're not always in an Uber or Bolt. You can take a taxi, you can take a trotro to some point, then Uber to the final destination. That's fine. But adjusting it really depends on where you're going, what you're doing, and those sort of circumstances. So it can be a bit tricky.
Is it perhaps time we start learning how to ride a motorbike? Because I want to believe motorbikes will be less expensive in terms of, transporting yourself from home to work, or even a bicycle. But in this part of our world, would you advise that?
Bicycles, healthy living, yes.
Yes.
But again, our roads can be tricky to navigate. We don't have very defined routes for motorbikes, for bicycles, and so you are going up against the truck, you're going up against the trotros, you're going up against Ubers, and it can be difficult. So if you can, again, like you said, the motorbike fair. However, you need to think about learning how to ride, the cost of maintenance of that motorbike, getting a helmet, getting all the right gear. The initial startup is a bit expensive. So manage, I don't know if motorbike is the best way for it, but if you can and it's something you're willing to do, why not? But it also comes with some costs, so you need to think of that as well.
Okay, I've gotten that for transportation. What about feeding, eating?
So, Gordon, just like you and I, we don't go out too many times, right? So cooking at home right now is sort of the best way out.
Indeed.
So buy in bulk, cook in bulk, and that's one of the best ways. If you go out, once, twice every week to fancy eat, you might want to cut that maybe to once every other week, or maybe twice a month. There are really simple things in spending wisely. It's not a big thing. It's not cutting out one very big expenditure. But if you have the habit of seeing something online and buying it, you might want to break that habit. If you are going out to eat, you are going to watch a soccer match, you are going to any of the pubs, you are going to spend on drinks, on eating, so you might want to cut back on that and manage how you eat out as against eating at home. Buy, cook once or go, store in your fridge, then you can eat, during the week rather than have to go out and spend, all sorts of sums. Accra is getting expensive.
Very, very expensive. Very expensive.
If you're going to eat out, if you're eating out twice a week, that's a dent in your pocket.
Bro, Duncan, now share with us some very, very needed tips on how to account for every single money we make. I do have accounts. I have my bank account. I have my Momo. But for some reason, I struggle with accounting for, my monies, where this one goes. Sometimes the month has to end for me to go like, wait a second, I had 10K in this thing. How am I looking at 3K? Like, what did I spend on? Well, apart from fuel and everything, what exactly did I spend on? So what are some needed tips you can give us to account for every single money we make?
Make a budget. I don't think that there was ever a time where budgets have become more important than now, right? And so make a budget. How much do I get in a month? Where are these monies coming from? Okay, so know your income sources, know your expenses, right? Like you're saying, you spend on feeding, you spend on transportation, your utilities. Those we really can't do without. You understand? And so that is what it is. And then again, look at what your discretionary expenses are. So you are eating out, you are buying data. Data has almost become like a necessary, but you are buying data. You are spending on clothes. You are spending on buying yourself and looking good, feeling good. All of those things. You need to look at your expenses and look at your budget and be disciplined with your budget. You understand? if you are going to spend, if you are going to make a budget to save and to spend on your bills and to do some discretionary expenses, stick to your budget. You can't go without saying that, I have room in my budget to spend some extra money, and so you are going to spend. You never know when it will come in handy, and be consistent. Be consistent with your savings. If you have a savings culture, that's really good. It will come in handy for you at any time. But if you don't, please build a savings culture. That will also help you in the time that we are in. Instead of spending on eating and other things, try and shift more into your savings. It might come in handy down the road.
But William, some will say that from time immemorial, things have been going up. There's never a time in my life growing up as a kid or as a young man in this country where we hear that fuel prices have been decreased, and it lasted a month or so. They decreased it, and the next thing you know, it skyrockets to double of that. Things are always going up. Gary has never gone down. It always goes up. Rice, same thing. So how do you still plan wisely, spend wisely, but yet not compromise on, quality, comfort, and your happiness as well?
I like where you ended your question. You can't. I won't advise anybody to compromise on their quality of living or on their mental health just because they want to live by a plan. And so please, in your budgeting, do make room at least once a month to, eat well or do something that will make you really happy. Aside that, like I was saying before, make a budget and be consistent with it. The times you're in and the way things are going up, we really can't predict. The one other thing I would tell people is, if you have a certain skill, please monetize your skill set or take on an extra job. Okay, take on an extra job. We've seen the rise of having 2-3 jobs, where people have a 9 to 5 and still run a small side business. Or are still monetizing their skill sets, because they can do some extra things on the side. They have time and they can spare some part of their weekend taking on some extra jobs. Now is the time, if you can, monetize your skill set, take on extra job. We've seen YouTube open up. We've seen online selling open up. And there are a plethora of ways you can get some passive income. So if you can, increase your income sources by taking on extra jobs. Otherwise, you just have to live within your means, live within your current income. And I think budgeting, I can't go without saying budgeting. It's so important, so crucial. And now that we have e-levy,
budgeting is one thing, but following through is another, isn't it?
True. Consistency with your budget.
Absolutely. So I'm glad that you say this about taking on side jobs and all that. Do you think perhaps it's time employers start considering different ways of, operating? I'm saying this because sometimes we've known 9 to 5 to be the main thing for over the years, 9 to 5, but you go to some companies and you realize that, honestly, this person sitting here is doing nothing. They deliver, they probably work, by 10, 11 a.m., they are done with their work. And because their contract says 9 to 5, they are there till 5. Should employees, that's the right word, should employees now start negotiating with, the employers and saying that, from 7 a.m. or from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m., I can deliver, I can achieve everything you want me to achieve in my time. And then I would like to close at 1 and go pursue something that I love, something that will give me extra income, because certainly this is not enough. Should employees start looking at those means, or should we stick to 9 to 5 and still chase our dreams?
So 9 to 5 will make you a millionaire. It's as simple as that.
True.
And so taking on a side job or a side gig, however you choose to call it, could help. However, you need to look at your job and its requirements. Yes, I'm a strong proponent for the fact that employers and employees could come to a certain agreement, in flexibility and working schedules, right? However, you need to understand that the employer will then have to look at the cost to them as against, you taking on those extra side jobs. If you are being paid for a 9 to 5 and you are going to negotiate with your employer to say that, I want to do on a certain day, a certain time period, the employer will not have to honor the obligation of paying you for the full day, right? So there are certain conditions that will come into you taking on the side job. However, I do feel like you can still run a 9 to 5, okay, if your work requires it, and still have your weekends and your evenings to take on extra side jobs. So now I'll give you a typical example. You run a 9 to 5 and say you work for a multinational or any of the local corporations in here, right? You can easily set up a tilapia stand. You can easily have a pub in the evening. You can set up you can even have a podcast on the side. You can have a YouTube channel on the side where you record in the evening, so you do the work in the evening. So you can have your own, if you feel like you're a really good teacher, you can even take up some side gig as a tutor.
That's interesting.
So yeah, so there are options you can pursue, right? But it all depends on if your employer allows you that flexibility, and then secondly, if you can also work and fulfill your 9 to 5 obligations and not have to give up your side gig to be able to manage those two situations. So it's a situation that must be discussed properly. However, if you can and your employer is willing, please do take it.
William, let me take you back to your budgeting advice that you've been giving us. Are there tools, apps that can help us, when it comes to budgeting and tracking our expenses?
Yes, I think that for me, the best option you can have is Microsoft Excel. Simple as that.
That one, bro, it's not everybody way learn how to use that.
Yeah, but you see, I think Microsoft Excel because everybody, has a device that can have Excel. You either have a laptop, you have a desktop,
even your phones now.
Even your phone, right? Yes. So it is just a case of doing the simple things right. Yes, there are apps. I personally use a couple of apps to track my expenses and my incomes and all of those things. But if you do go on the App Store or the Play Store, yes, you will find a fair few, depending on what you're trying to, what you are looking for in the app, and what you're trying to do. But if you're not comfortable with the apps, simple Excel sheet. One column says income, one column says expenses. Create another column for your bills, your recurring bills, and just track it along those simple maths. Your incomes, take away your expenses. That's how much you have left. Spread on your bills, your discretionary spending, your investments, your savings, and then you see. I mean, be consistent with it from the beginning. And apps will not simply solve your spending problem. Do you understand? Applications, even though you might download an app, even if you download the app, you still need to be consistent with it.
Absolutely.
It's still the same data you're putting in there. You have to key in your income. How much do you make in a month? What are your bills, right? How much am I spending on food? How much am I spending on airtime? They require a certain level of consistency, and they must become habits. If you don't build that habit, downloading an app or using an Excel doesn't solve the problem.
William, and let me quickly take you back one more question before we wrap up this conversation. And let me put you on the spot. Now, what 3 things would you not have in your budget now?
So there's one thing I cut out of my budget, and I took it out because I wasn't using it as much. I wasn't watching it as much, which is my DSTV subscription. because you see, so here's the thing.
Now I feel some way because I'm on DSTV and you're supposed to be watching me on DSTV.
So here's what it is, right? A lot of what I watch is on social media. I'm either watching it on Facebook, I'm watching it on YouTube, or I'm on Netflix, right? So I'm putting that cost into buying data to catch these shows, right? I'm watching the AM Club on Facebook, and I'm practically on my laptop all the time. I barely turn on my TV. So then I'm comfortable losing out on that to watch it somewhere else. And to be honest, my team, Manchester United, is not playing the best, and so
you don't even have time to even watch at all.
I
understand.
You understand? And so, so just like me, look at some of the things you can cut out from your expenses. Okay, mine is my TV subscription. Now I'm careful, also because of the rising fuel cost. I'm very careful on when I'm going out, what I'm going to do. If I'm stepping out and I can do 2, 3, 4 things before I come home, I'm packing my schedule.
Talk to me.
You know, so when I step out of my house, my to-do list is packed. I'm doing everything before I get back home. So I'm out, you know. So I have a very flexible schedule with the way I work, you understand? And so you also need to be very critical on how much you spend on the fuel and some of these things.
How about
so
unnecessary meetings? Unnecessary meetings. Oh, I have an idea. Let's discuss. Zoom. Can we meet here?
Zoom.
That's all.
We are doing Zoom. We are doing FaceTime audio or video. We are doing WhatsApp video. They will serve the same purpose. The information will be the same. If I'm out in town, if you want to have a face-to-face and I'm going to be out, say, tomorrow, I will put the meeting for tomorrow. If it can wait, yes. Then I'll put it in my schedule. I know that, okay, I'm meeting you at this time. And so just like that, when I step out, I'm doing everything I have to before I get back home. You know, so discretionary spending is the easiest way of keeping your expenses in check. If you spend on things that you don't need or you can easily do without, you know, please do, you know, cut back on those and you save yourself some money.
William, do you have some final words for us?
Yes, and my final words with this. So I think that with the coming of the e-levy and, you know, rising cost of food and expenses and all of those things, there's never a better time to say, please stay by a plan, budget wisely. However, please do not compromise on your health. Don't compromise on your mental health, on your physical health. Allow yourself to live life a bit, but stay within your means. Right? There's no point saving, investing, paying your bills, working as hard as you do, and at the end of the day, you are bedridden. So exercise, do some physical activity, enjoy yourself, but please stay within your budget. Everything can be done within your budget, you know. And Accra Stay by Plan will manage.
Thank you very much, my brother, William. William, how do we reach you? How do we contact you on social media?
Social media, you can. I'm a Twitter person, so at Sechi S8KYI. You can hit me up on LinkedIn, William Duncan on LinkedIn. But yeah, if you want to find me and get to me, Twitter is your best lead. Sechi S8KYI.
Nice one, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Yes, I'll come for my jacket.
Have a good day. William Duncan is a financial analyst, and he joined me to discuss how to spend wisely. I hope you have put some few things down. I have. Make no mistakes about it. You're still watching AM Club right here on MX24 TV, home of fun, fearless, and factual stuff. Up next, we have our hashtag daily, which is our Travel Tuesday today, and we are discussing traveling to Dubai. And who best do that than the traveling mistress, the boss herself? Miss Drew, your hostess with the boosters, is standing by with that conversation. But in the meantime, here is Wendy Shea with Heat.
Roll it. Shake it. Grandma shit, baby I shit. See can I lock it, baby I block it. So yeah my baby mo, yeah then I befa, oh befa, yeah then I befa. Go croco, ya no me tia choketo, and Ramanda, tuntu de da yese moto, obrayo, they say miss you get chalato, chale no be lie, ibia ya, obia ya wade, chale no be lie, ibia ya, obia ya wade, grandma ya shit, baby ya shit, see can I lock it, baby I block it, so yeah my baby mo, yeah then I befa, oh befa, yeah then I befa, living a life on the street, nobody care what we do, nobody care what we go through, nobody care what we do. Your brand motivational speakers, won't try and quite no, your parents you know be, yes I'm here, someone say na naba, I've not bet the coco, when the my friend go bet, Mr. John, yes Baby, I shit. See, can I lock it? Baby, I block it. So, yeah, my baby, mo, yeah, then I befa. Befa, oh, befa. Yeah, then I befa.
Savage
Speed, roll it.
I'm Catherine from Ghana Made, and welcome to our series called Find Your Way Back, where I'll be interviewing amazing individuals that have moved back to Ghana from the diaspora.
You have to be willing to take a little bit of a risk, and be willing to leave some of the comforts behind. You know, shit was meant to be hot.
Yeah.
But then regardless,
It wasn't hot for you?
It wasn't hot for me.
I needed to adapt to the Ghana way of living, but not take that
from them.
Exactly.
It's such a beautiful country.
It is.
Our people are so beautiful. Yeah.
Need the best of in-depth analysis, top personality interviews, trending and breaking news all come your way. I'll be serving you with football conversations, life-hearted, lifestyle-related conversations, all on Off the Cuff. Join me, Derek Aim, this and every Monday to Friday between 4 and 5 p.m. only on MX24 TV.
Okay, sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. My hair, you take for my hair. I know fit to reset.
The gossip, maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if I broke, now my business. I'ma show you go buy to
and you knew I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bingo, yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands, still I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
Hey guys, it's another Tuesday. You know how we do it. This is Tech Today with your boy Eddie Kunsen. You know how we do it. Is that time?
Says Apple doesn't need to be pressured to follow the trends, because I mean Apple is Apple.
Apps run better on iOS devices than ever right on Android.
So coding is an integral part of tech, but there are so many fields in tech as well. So
It has a car system where you can monetize and change any configuration that you want.
I'm here to give you the latest trends, the rumors and the leaks in the world of tech.
No topic is off limits. The pain of experiencing a miscarriage is something that can crumple your world. We're talking postpartum bodies and everything in between. And they share their story on their battle with infertility. The touching stories of the African woman rolls before you.
I was disappointed in God, in life, in myself.
How many losses have you had?
After that, we had 4 more.
What?
I shouted, I said,
we lost vision, we lost any sound beyond crying.
Our mistakes, advices, regrets, real stories, and more on We Got This Africa. Na Ashakor and her intriguing panel serve you real experiences of the African woman. We Got This Africa.
We got this.
All women were created differently with unique attributes. From managing a home to being entrepreneurs, through the ups and downs, we almost always win.
As I said, in the early stages of breastfeeding, what your body is using to make the milk is what you ate during pregnancy.
Adoption is a blessing. So if you want to adopt, it's a good thing to do, but just make sure that you do it in the right way.
The brand new season of the Talkative Mom Show is double the education, double the information and excitement.
And then I actually realized nobody cares. Yes, nobody cares.
Yeah. Join me, Eno Kragren, and my guests this and every Sunday on MX24.
The Talkative Mom Show is proudly supported by Gokul's Healthy Options and Cerelac.
Of course, guys, it's your girl, Miss Drew, your hostess with the mostest, and we are back. You already know anything to do with travel. Your girl, Miss Drew, has got you covered from tips to trips to everything and in between. We have got you covered. Now, if you are just joining us, this is MX24. It is the AM Club. Keep the conversation going. Get interactive. Send in your messages. We want to read them out. I want to know what you've been up to. I want to know if you're enjoying the show. I want to know if you have any questions. Maybe our special guest will be able to answer them, or myself will be able to answer them for you. Now, travel with, I wanted to say travel with Drew, because you guys now got YouTube, right? But Travel Tuesday is all about traveling, not just in Ghana, but all around the world. And today, joining us today, we have got an amazing travel vlogger who goes by the name of Genevieve Derby. She is on Zoom, and we are talking all things Dubai. We're talking about Dubai and everything in between. So let me introduce our guest for us today. Hello, Genevieve. How are you?
Hello, Miss Drew. I'm good. You?
I'm fine, thank you, girl. You looking amazing. You like looking all flawless with your earrings, your yellow matching. It's a yellow day today. I love that. Perfect. Okay, so Genevieve, tell us just a little bit about you, how long you've been traveling, all that good stuff. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, so my name is Genevieve Derby. Genevieve Ofosua Derby is my full name. I'm a travel blogger. I started my travel journey, let's say, last year. That's exactly when I also started my YouTube channel. I'm an IT project manager by profession, and I just love traveling and exploring and experiencing new things.
Oh, I love that. Okay, it's all about traveling. I mean, what gave you the urge to travel? Like you said, your full profession is in IT. So what made you want to even get into exploring Ghana and the world?
Okay, so my travel journey, right? I would say what inspired me is a trip I took with a family member to Kintampo. And it wasn't even for travel or anything. It was just to visit like another family member. So on my way to the trip, I was just thinking about, just reflecting and thinking. I'm like, okay, so some years before, some people were living here, right? And those people, you and I don't know them. So what are they actually remembered for? What did they see? And so I was like, no, you know what? I should just start moving around and using YouTube as my personal diary or journal. So that's exactly what inspired me.
I love that.
Just creating something that I'm going to be remembered for. And in some years to come, maybe my grandkids and when they just see through my picture,
like my grandma was on YouTube traveling the world. I love that.
Exactly.
So today we're talking all about Dubai, and you've been to Dubai, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
So tell me about your Dubai experience. When was it that you went? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your favorite thing about it?
Okay, so Dubai, I would say it was everything that I never imagined. Like, I was just amazed. You know, I've seen pictures on the internet, videos on the internet about Dubai, but it's very different when you get to experience it personally. It was a surreal moment. I was like, these people, they are very extra with everything. Talking about their high-rise buildings, their road networks, and they have extra of everything. World tallest building, biggest mall in the whole world, 7-star hotels. Dubai, they are really living in the future.
Most definitely. I mean, they always say, I think Dubai is definitely is a made-up city. It's a made-up world for people to go into.
Exactly.
Definitely everything is kind of artificial in Dubai, but it's still a complete experience for everyone. Now, I do know it's also, it is kind of a strict country as well, being in the United Arab Emirates, all of that kind of stuff. But when you went, I've been before, but when you went as a foreigner, what would you say it was like, your experience?
Okay, so I would say for Dubai being a Muslim country, a Muslim city, sorry, most people think Dubai is a country. Guys, don't get it twisted. It's a city in the UAE, and it's actually not even the capital city of the UAE. It's actually Abu Dhabi. So for a Muslim city, I would say they are doing amazingly well. They have a lot of like strict laws, but to my knowledge, I think I know a few, which is not dressing provocatively in public and not drinking in public. And for a tourist, it was kind of relaxed for me. I didn't really feel the pressure, and I think when they see the tourists, they identify them. So they don't really put pressure on like most of the tourists. It was just a normal feeling, and it was amazing.
Yeah. So when you went, how long did you go for?
I went for a week.
Oh, okay.
I went in October last year. Yeah.
For a week. So how much would you say a person watching who wants to go to Dubai should budget? Because a lot of people are thinking, oh my gosh, with all of this lavish lifestyles, their dancing waterfalls, their colorful their buildings, it must be super expensive. But how much would you say someone should budget to go to Dubai?
Okay, so personally, when I went to Dubai, right, last year, the exchange rate wasn't it's not like now, right? So I would say for now, you should budget 15,000 Ghana cedis, that's 15K, for your flights, for your accommodation, for your tours, and your feeding as well. And also for the shopping. And for Dubai, they have luxurious places that if you want to, chill with the big boys, you can go and shop there. And they also have affordable shops. So it all depends on you for the shopping. But I would say budget 15K for like all these things.
15K, 15,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, and it's quite affordable for a city like that, because your flight is included, right? Your hotel accommodation is included, your feeding is included, and your tours, plus the shopping.
I see. Yeah. Like she said, guys, you gotta be chilling with the big boys. If you got that kind of money, then make sure that you save up so you can enjoy to the best of your ability.
Exactly. And I know people that actually spend less, because most people, when they go to Dubai, they don't take the Uber as their another mode of transportation. They normally use the metro, the train system, which is quite affordable, and it's also very clean and neat.
And very easy to use as well. It's not difficult.
Very easy to use. So it all depends on you as a person. If you're looking for luxury or you want a budget-friendly trip, then 12K to 15K is like reasonable.
Yeah. So what would you say is like some of the best things that if you go to Dubai, you must do this, like tourist activities and attractions?
Guys, talking about Dubai, right? See, Dubai, they are living in the future. So activities, there are a lot of activities. Definitely my favorite activities, the desert safari, you should experience it. The dune bashing is an amazing and crazy ride.
Yes.
And you should visit the mall. That's the biggest mall in the world, You should visit it. You should also watch the dancing fountain. And you should engage in more activity like the Ski Dubai, the Miracle Garden. You should also visit the expo site. I was fortunate when I went to Dubai, the expo was ongoing. I think now they are going to turn it into, more like, a tourist site also, so you can still experience it. There are a whole lot of places you should. And now there's the Museum of the Future. You should experience it.
Yeah.
There are so many this to experience in Dubai.
Wow, she sounds so excited about it, guys. Like, she's super, super happy just talking about Dubai. Okay, so what would you say are some of the maybe misconceptions that people have about Dubai? Because right now there's a lot of things that's happening in the social media. People are hearing stories about young girls going to Dubai just to be meeting big Arab men, doing some crazy, disgusting things just for money. But is that how, when you got there, did you feel like that's how the people were? Is that what you went there for? You know, let us know. Of course, that's not what you went there for. Well, I don't know, but you know, when people think that Dubai is only a place that, you know, packaged girls go to when they need to go reach their sugar daddy and get some money from him while they're doing some crazy things behind the scenes. What are some of the misconceptions that you've heard?
Okay, so firstly, I would say every country has its own downside, right? So definitely don't get yourself into trouble, definitely. But Dubai is not all about that, like the sugar daddy, the Arabs doing that. Oh, no. One of those I think if you don't involve yourself in those things, you are not going to find yourself there. Also, one of the misconceptions that is quite funny is every people think Dubai is so expensive. Don't get me wrong, Dubai is expensive, but it can be affordable. Not everywhere is expensive. The cheap hotels in Dubai are actually some of the 5-star pricey hotels here in Ghana. You get me? So not everywhere is expensive. Also, most people think everywhere in Dubai is so fancy. There are definitely places that are still developing, and it's not all fancy. It's not all luxurious. Yeah. So
I see.
City,
I
but
see.
Not so perfect.
Well, you've been to Dubai now, and I'm sure you've seen what it's like. You talked a lot about how it's very futuristic and all that good stuff. What would you think Ghana as a country can take from Dubai and implement in our country to make it a bit better or easier or more fancy for other people so they can come to our country the way people want to go to Dubai?
Yeah, wow. So, but that's actually a large question, right? So for Ghana, I think we should copy their tourism style. What is Dubai known for? Dubai is known for their high-rise buildings, their luxurious places, their tech, futuristic stuff and all. Ghana, we have so many resources, natural resources. We have waterfall. We have a lot of tourist sites. I think we should leverage on our key resources to also attract more tourists in our country. Because if you see Ghana, we have so many tourist places, not even the known ones like the Cape Coast Castle, the Mina Castle. No, we have Shy Hills, we have different waterfalls, we have a which has amazing weather. So if our government invest more in our tourism, I think we should leverage also on our key resources, invest in it, and try to invest in it, and that will beat up our tourism.
100%.
That's the main thing from Dubai. Yeah.
Definitely. And I guess right now, you know, we are getting some tall buildings in Ghana. We are getting some new things that are being built, for fancy things to look at. And we have YouTubers like yourself and myself that are trying to do our best to improve the tourism in Ghana. So if the government's not going to do it, then we, the people, need to do our best to also try and make the difference, because we've been able to see the world, and let's try and go outside, see what outside looks like, and try and make our place a bit better. Thank you so much. Genevieve, do you have any last words and where we can follow you and, you know, subscribe to your channel, all that good stuff?
Okay. Yeah, so you guys should subscribe to my channel, Genevieve Daddy. I'm bougie, so I'm going to love my content. Hey. I travel all over Ghana and the world. And also one thing I would say is, to the youth especially, you guys should travel more, explore different parts of the world. You know, life is a journey, not a destination. There are so many places that you can visit. There are so many things to experience. And it's just waiting for you to, it's not going anywhere. You should experience it. And what knows, maybe that's where you find your inner peace. That's where you're going to find amazing things. So you should travel.
is important. It really, really is important. Thank you so much, Genevieve. You've been amazing. Like she said, follow her on her social media platforms. Follow her on her channel as well. She's bougie. So if you only want to see bougie content, then head over to our lovely Genevieve and she'll keep you entertained in that segment. But you already know, your girl Miss Drew does all forms of travel in Ghana and around the world. We're currently in our Tanzania series. Guys, Tanzania is lit. Go and check out my Tanzania highlights because next you're going to see Togo. And right now, soon your girl's off to Cote d'Ivoire. But for now, it is Miss Drew TV on YouTube for you. But until then, we're going to go for a quick break. We're going to be listening to some music, but afterwards we've got another segment coming up with Fiifi Coleman. But for now, let's stay tuned to Mr. Drew and the amazing Sefa with Ijo.
You want to tell me I'm in love, yeah?
She mess up my mind, oh. Give me your money where I the dead, oh. Baby, I go dead, oh. Girl, you bust my mind, cause tonight is the night I've been waiting for. Baby, tell me what you waiting for. Cause tonight is the night I've been waiting for. Baby, tell me what you waiting for. Cause this love is true. Cause this love is joke. No be joke, no. Joke. Cause this love is joke. No be joke. Joke. This love is joke. No be joke. They give me vibes, that's on my body. They tell me lies, boy, not story. If you love you, want out this honey. Me and I be Johnny. Show me the money. See, yes, so you chile. Yes, so you chile. What's he yes, so you chile. Yes, so you chile. Cause this love is true. Cause this love is joke. No be joke. Cause this love is joke. No be joke. This love is joke. No be joke. Okay, sweet, but girl, your love is sweeter. My hair, you take for my hair. I know fit to reset.
vow. So maybe I was born faithful until the first female suddenly broke a vow.
I feel like you can be my baby.
What
if I broke, now my business. And I shall know you go buy to.
And you know, I hire a permanent fan. Yeah, free cocoa, bank or yeah, bad things go from a side.
No hands, still I can't believe. You know what I mean? I was young, what you expect from me? It is what it is.
No topic is off limits. The pain of experiencing a miscarriage is something that can crumple your world. We're talking postpartum bodies and everything in between. And they share their story on their battle with infertility. The touching stories of the African woman rolls before you.
I was disappointed in God, in life, in myself.
How many losses have you had?
After that, we had 4 more.
What?
I shouted, I said,
We lost vision, we lost any sound beyond crying.
Our mistakes, advices, regrets, real stories, and more on We Got This Africa. Na Ashako and her intriguing panel serve you real experiences of the African woman. We Got This Africa.
We got this.
Beautiful Tuesday morning here in the capital city of Accra. You're watching your favorite morning show in the country, the AM Club, right here on MX24 TV, home of Fun, Fearless, Factual. My name is Godwin Nambo, at Godwin Nambo on all social media platforms. I'm here with Miss Drew, your hostess with the mostest. We're having so much fun on the show. That was a very nice Dubai conversation you had. Maybe I'll go to Dubai. Maybe. Never been.
You've never been?
Never been. I don't know if I'm not a big fan of Dubai.
Oh, wow.
I'm not a big fan of
That's how I
Dubai.
feel about America, to be honest.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like America, Dubai. I
haven't
think...
gotten a desire to go to America, and when I did go to Dubai, it did feel very fake. But you just have to go to say you've gone.
I thought it was just me.
No.
Okay, you know what? Let's fist bump in the air. Like UK is the thing for me. But anyways, guys, welcome back. Like I said, I don't even have to introduce him. You know him already. We have one of our favorite actors. Charlie, Fiifi Coleman is in the building.
Yes.
Yeah, Fiifi Coleman is in the building. Fiifi, welcome. Welcome
Thank you
to the AM Club. It's so good to see you.
Good to be here.
It's even more finer in person, isn't
You
it?
know?
You didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that. I was like, how do you react to that? Do you say thank you? Do you?
Coming from a man too.
Yeah.
But, speaking of which, no men allowed.
No.
But we'll talk about that shortly.
Yep.
Fifi, what have you been up? Of course, we know what you've been up to.
Yeah.
At least you have a show coming up. We'll talk about that. But how's acting going for you?
I think it's going great. There's work now to be done. There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work in the industry. And you can be selective about it too. It used to be when it was very, very small, so you don't have a choice. When whatever they give you is what you take. But now there's a lot of work in the system. There's of directors out there looking for people to do work with, and then you get to pick and choose. I want to work with that director. I want you to be part of that script. So it's been awesome. Yes.
Shameless plug, auditions today, 10 a.m. Labadi Beach Hotel. So if you're looking to act, please come to Labadi. Shameless plug. But I mean, Fifi, I'm watching Cohabit. You, Caroline. Yeah. Caroline has been in the industry for a while now. Not acting.
Yeah.
But,
She will tell you that. She said, "I am not an actor."
There you go. Jeffrey Norte and all these guys. Fifi, you have been around. Since.
Yeah.
I remember you from School of Performing Arts days. I mean, he went to School of Performing Arts. Let me also add that he's a stage director. He's an amazing guy. How does it feel for you now, knowing very well that there was even a point in time you were not around?
No.
Acting had become very dull, and you had to travel.
A bolt.
Now you're back home doing your thing. How does it feel for you?
It feels great. So I go through these emotions about it. Whether the time that I left was a good time to leave or not, because apparently the time that I left, as soon as I left, it boomed a little bit.
It
did boom, and then Nigeria came into the system.
Yeah.
And all of my colleagues, they just like up to Nigeria anyway. And they're making it big time because of that time. And then when I came back, it was difficult to break back into it was difficult. It was like, who do you talk to? Oh wait, do you still do TV? Oh, we haven't seen you in a while. And that language was, oh God, how do I get back? But thanks to God, we're at a good place right now.
Yeah.
We're at a very good place right now. We're back. We've been able to rebuild a brand. We're trying to do work that is meaningful and people are understanding. So it's good for me. It's been great being back, and I see the growth that is happening, in the industry, like the people that you mentioned yourself, the Jeffs, the Kwesi, this Anthony. There's this like crowd of young actors coming. Anytime I see her, I was like,
hey.
Very soon I'll be playing the old man. They play the old man, and these are the young guys coming to the house. Like, I used to be you.
But then, what would you say has kept you, to keep going? It's obviously it's been a passion. You've been from art school to all these different forms of still acting. Why is it you just haven't been like, do you know what? It's too difficult. I left. I'm done. I've come back. It's too hard. Let me get into IT.
I've done a lot of things. This is the only one that gives me satisfaction.
I love that.
I tried. I've been corporate. I've done. Look, imagine all the works you can do when you live outside. I've done it. I've done it all.
Yeah.
I managed a dinner theater. I was a director of a very huge space. Thrown parties for Drake, Trey Songz. Like I've done. Look, I've been in higher places, big restaurants, doing all these shows and stuff, right? But then I'm never an integral part. I'm not part of the performance and all of those things. I'm not, I've just directed a place. And then I realized that constantly, the only time that I come home and thinking to myself, I'm fulfilled, is when I do what I do. It's when I act, when I direct, when I write, when I watch plays, when I. That's what it is. So somehow I need to find my way back to that industry and tell myself that I have to make my talent work for me. I have to make my passion work for me. It has to pay the bills. So figure out a way to make it, productive. And that's why we have been.
Amazing. And your friends, were you were before Edinate Dems, right?
Yes.
Way ahead of them.
Way ahead of them.
I understand why you say that y'all are kids, I understand why
we're ahead of them.
You say that, but what do you make of their works now? They are also, DeLong, the Daniel DeLongs, the Clemento Suarez, Real Genius, all these guys.
And I doff my hat to all of these guys. One thing they've never forgotten is, respect where respect is due. It's like Charlie Senior, and I think, and it's like, but you guys, I am proud of you. You guys are a brand on these guys are brands right now. They're doing wonderful work, spontaneous performances, and they're calling the shots. That's why I call them. I say, you call the shot right now. Like if anybody calls you for something, you tell them what you walk.
What you want.
And it never used to be when we were fighting the whole idea of Wako Dondology.
Yeah.
He went to school of performing arts. He's a concert guy. When we were fighting the stereotype, the whole mindset, we didn't have this power within us. Now we've come to the point where we're still fighting though. We're at the point where I tell you what I want, and you call me to come do. And these Edinates, the Clements, the Foster, DeLong, Tatia, Dr. Soul. They did it. They stood in, they fought the battle, and they're in a good place right now.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing. What's the most challenging thing about what we do?
Yeah.
For you?
For me, it's... Okay, so personally, it's difficult when you've been stereotyped for a while, and you want to break the whole thing, you want to break out of it. Like I walk into studios and I walk into spaces, and one of the first things you hear somebody say is, "Oh God, this guy here, the way women, hey, Charlie, this guy, hey, go kiss your girl right now. Hey, this guy here, be careful." And when they say all these things, right? I'm like, you're not talking about Fiifi right now. You're talking about maybe a D, or you're talking about the Kojo character. You're like, that's who you know. Something interesting happened yesterday. So I'm at what's it called, Makola Market. I'm trying to get costumes for this play with my girlfriend actually. So we're buying stuff, and then this lady comes up to me and is like, "Hey, I know you." And say, "Yeah, hey, this boy like kissing women in movies," right? And so I tend to look at it like, I didn't say it. She said it. Like, I was like, are you trying to break my life? What are you trying to do? No, we're just messing with you. That's that type. That's one of the things. Also, for people to understand that we're also human. And then we have first of all, we have ups and downs. You might catch me in a very bad time where you expect me to be very fun and very like, oh, let's take a picture, let's smile. And I'm like, dude, it's not a good time. I'm sorry, I have to go. You know, and for you to understand that you caught me at a very bad time, and I can always be that person.
Have you been told that you're stuck up? Have you been told?
No,
not really.
No.
Okay.
I haven't received that yet, but hopefully I'll get it.
I keep when you're growing, you know that time is going to come where people will say you are stuck up, but it's not like that.
Because I really want to keep to myself. Also, I think the idea of who we are interprets to people as like they have. You know, asking for anything. You know, when you see them in the, you know, just Charlie, boss, I watch your movies, so boss, I bet you no good and boss, you know. Like I said, I get it. Like, you know, if I give everyone who stops me in the traffic, boss, whatever,
and they don't understand. They don't understand. Like you said, you're human. You know, speaking of human, and speaking of what happened to you at Makola, have you ever? And I know I shouldn't be asking such a professional this question, but have you at any point in time had your emotions involved when you had let's say a romantic role with somebody where you got a little too attached to the person because the role was so good, the chemistry was so good, you just couldn't hold it?
I think God didn't speak from experience.
No, I'm not. I'm asking the question here.
Couldn't hold it is not the word. It's just that you could. The chemistry was more palpable than it would be if there was no chemistry, like, you know, no connection personally to the person. I keep on, like people will say, look, if you gave me, I don't want to even mention anybody's name, so they'll like, oh, is that what you think of me? But everybody has got that one person. Like if I came on a set to perform with you, to act with you, and you are my co-star, and I see you, and I'm like, okay. What are the scenes we are doing again? Oh, you get to kiss her, you get to, it's like, okay, that's, you know, that's it. And there's sometimes that you walk on set and then they give you your co-star and they're like, what are we doing again? And so you're supposed to, this is where professionalism comes in. Like, God, let professionalism rule. So you come in, it's like, this is my job.
Yeah.
But then, because there are people that, it's just, you're able to build chemistry with some people better than you can with other people. And so when you're on the screen with them, people actually do believe it. Like Caroline and I in Cohabits, when we leave the set, we are off. Everybody's gone to wherever they have to go to. But when we're on set, and when I watch ourselves, she was like, hey, Fiifi wasn't here. I know, right? It's like, because we believe, we have built that relationship to the point where what we make happen is more believable. Yes.
I love that.
I know Fiifi is still being modest, but, and being true as well. For me, you know who that person is for me, and I'm not embarrassed to say Scarlett Johansson is like, I feel like,
if you ever like,
my goodness, I will not be professional with Scarlett Johansson. I will not be. I am such I crush on that lady.
She would be with you.
My goodness.
She would be with you.
She's amazing.
She'll be professional with you.
Yeah, she would be with you.
But I don't care.
Oh my goodness.
Who is that one person for you that you think that, you know what, this person, I like the person so much, I may not be able to allow my professional skills to come in and I may just fall for the person?
That's in our industry, like acting, right?
Yes, acting. Locally or internationally? Or locally?
I know, Jay and I had a talk, okay? I said, Jay, B used to be my girlfriend a very long time ago. Now, because you have money, that's the only reason why she's with you. But I need to understand, should I ever get richer than you are, I'm taking my B back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
you know what I'm talking
about? Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Beyonce's not an actress.
I saw Beyonce perform in Washington, D.C., and I was sitting so far, like, there's this thing about this woman I have known, like, it just, like, I was one of the guys who, like, stood up screaming, and I'm a guy, and I'm like,
yeah.
Guy, like,
but she has that, she has that effect
bro.
on you.
Like, hold on, bro.
Yeah, like, you're trying to hold yourself.
Like, what's happening to you?
To not say my name.
Oh my goodness.
Then you look around and see the other fellas like sitting down and all the ladies are screaming like,
no.
Oh my goodness. No,
if you ever watch Beyonce in real life, then she has that effect. Because I didn't think I was that much of a Beyonce fan.
Until you see it.
When you see it, it's like, but no. Let's focus. We're going to talk into this, but we have a surprise picture for you, Fiifi.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see it. Let's check it out. You've been in a game from before the locks.
Since before the locks, before this hair grew to
before the locks. Wow. Tell us about this picture.
Ghana film, man. What they will do to you? I don't know what year this is, but I know the exact film. This is wow. It's either Wedlock of the Gods.
Oh.
Or this is Wedlock of the Gods.
Wedlock of the Gods.
Wedlock of the Gods. By Gupado Films at the time. I don't think Gupado still exists right now. I was in love with a hunchback, and somehow we had to go find a cure for the hunchback. I cured her, and then Van wanted to take her away from me after she was cured. And it was this whole thing between him and I, trying to like, why you want to steal my woman after I have gone through the whatever to get her better. That's I think that's
with his light skinned self. He'll come to take the girl.
Say that again. That's Frank Raja. That's Raja. Then Roja Corte.
Roja Corte, yes.
At the time,
right.
yes. That's
who's the lady?
Come on.
I don't remember.
I forgot. She's in the States right now. I forgot her yet, but she's in the States. Right now. This is me.
Wow, Fifi.
You've really got a lot of accolades. You've really done a lot.
And now, yes, he's back to his first love.
Yes.
Stage. This is stage, right?
Stage.
Women at work. Yes. Please let me show you this. So I know this is trending on social media. Look at this. Who's picking? Yes, there you go.
Plaque of wood.
This is the invitation, you say?
Yes.
This is the invitation. This is the first time I'm seeing an invitation like this. Women at work. On this wooden thing that I can use in my house. I can actually, put it up. Fifi, this is amazing. This is really cool. Special invitation. So tell us about women at work. What's happening? I see an all-women affair, and you're saying on the invitation that no men are allowed.
And I have to first start with a disclaimer. I am not the right person to talk about women at work, because if there were no men allowed, why are you the one talking about it? So let's just get that out of the way. Now, 8 women find themselves in like a therapy house, like a session where they have to come and meet this counselor who really talks about women and share women's affairs. It starts off with everybody arriving in a space, and then before the counselor actually comes in, the 8 engage in a conversation. And it's about them talking about what they have been through, what they are going through, that brought them to the space. And at the end of the play, they realize that, listen, we have found solutions for ourselves better than even anyone counselor can give to us. So they live without even a counselor.
Oh, wow.
They come to talk about everything from sex, how much is too much, a size a matter, mother-in-laws, husbands tied to their mothers, strings, sisters-in-law who we don't like you, we preferred our friend better than you, and you came in anyways. Retired slave queens who are now married to pastors, and how the conflicting, I really want to still wear my clothes, I want to still be, but because of who I am right now, I can't do that again. Body shaming. Body shaming is with the subjects that we're treating. We are treating FGM, female genital mutilation.
Wow, yes, that's good.
As well. Child marriages also, because one of them was married off very early, and, psychologists affected how she sees men and how, all of those things. So, yeah. That's some of the subjects that we're dealing with.
So, these are very timely topics, subject matters that you're treating in this story. This is amazing. And I've seen Shoko with a shovel. You have other people. You have Sichofer, Chico. Who else?
Rosalind Felly, Jacqueline, Josie, Jifa. Jifa was, I don't know whether you remember her from school before me now. She's a great actress. Maybe it's Beth, and then I think that's my 8 ladies right there.
Interesting. And why are you not allowing men to come?
The subjects that you're talking about.
Well, men are not, but they deal with these things with men.
Yes, but then if they are there in the space, it becomes a different conversation altogether.
Right.
It's where you cannot really, because I'm trying this experimental theater thing where I can break the fourth wall, where the characters can ask the audience, if you were me, what would you do? And I expect them to talk back to them. They have that 2-minute engagement with the audience. We cut them off. We come back to the world of the play. Beautiful. That's one of them. Also, I'm putting women in their fears of costumes and what they would wear. Like they are wearing their nightgowns, their lingeries, walking around on stage. And I know men, when we see these things, we get very, wait.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time you're seeing somebody. We just get like small boys when you see these things. And I'm trying to create an environment where women are natural. Women are like, okay, fine, it doesn't matter, and then they can deal with all of these things.
Yes. This is really very creative, very smart.
Yes, I love
very
it.
Timely, and so it's premiering on
13th and 14th of May.
That's Friday and
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
Yes.
So close.
Yes.
Time is 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
On the dot, please.
Yep, on the dot, please. I'm a theater person. I try to follow the rules.
We love it.
So let's quickly check out the trailer and then come back and tell us more about it before we go.
So, me, my body is doing me twinkle, little star. And yet, no bubble so me. And yet, there is touching my body, touching and squeezing. Get wet. And yet, no fear. Then I'm hearing Naki. You can mini Sandy. You can Naki him back. You can mini. You can him back. Can JB, I giving him hot slap with my baby. I saying that you know reaching him. I give him again. When next time get TJ neighbor, if I'm not a quack, you go so you are so low to buy.
When a girl refuses to leave a man in spite of all warnings, it's only because of one thing. Don't ask me what it is. All she has to do is to find another man and move on.
Oh my guys, our ball.
Christiana, that's the kind of counsel you give to your church folk. It's called tough love, Hajia. These same girls, when you advise them to leave toxic relationships, they don't listen. The very next day, you find them in bed with the same men, taking pictures and posting on Instagram to tease us. And when the tears start coming, they want sympathy.
Madakra, Christiana.
I can next time call by Gio. Also, you were.
No, but I want to know, for the majority of the play, is it going to be in Chiga, English?
She's the only character that is, let's say, has low education, so she tries to mix the English with the girl, which is very fluent. That's the only character, Nagi, but the rest of them are all speaking English.
Okay, that's good. So I can come.
Yes, because she does things, and her character and what she's been instructed to do. Everything she said in Ghana, there's going to be an English there for you to understand. So whatever she said, there's an English line in there that will let you understand the whole thing that she said in Ghana. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love this.
Oh, each night. Okay, so and how many shows a night?
One.
Just one?
Yes.
Okay,
so you can't miss
Friday 8 p.m., Saturday 8 p.m.
Yes.
And that's it. Who is invited to come?
Women are invited to come.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know why you were looking at it. You held it. That's
I'm still asking.
As close as you can get.
Anyways, but Fiifi, good job, Charlie. Congratulations, and we wish you all the best from us. Where do we get tickets?
At the gate. I think at this point I'm marketing the gate. Just come to the gate. The tickets at the gate. Or the USSD is *713 *33 *337 hash. You can get tickets. *713 *33 *337 hash. I know it's a mouthful. And then you can also simply call 054 636 0371. 054 636 0371. Ticket reservations. I can tell you, tickets are, by God's grace, selling.
Yes.
Yes, they're moving. We've gone viral over this place, so we're hoping that.
How much is it? 60 cities. 60 cities. Cool shop. Cool shop. Yes. Yes. Performance. Is there a ticket for double or is just
one? Just one. Yes. Yeah. Nice. 2 is 120. One is
60. No. Anyways, Fiifi, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Goodness, what a run we've had today. Tuesday edition of the AM Club. Thank you so much, Miss Drew.
Yes,
it's always good to see you.
Yes, you already know I love coming in and gracing you guys on your screen and being with Godwin, because you're just a whole vibe. But yeah, it is your girl, Miss Drew. I am your hostess with the mostest. Thank you for everybody that has passed through the show, from our lovely guests that taught us how to spend money wisely, from
William Duncan,
from our travel with Drew Genevieve that talked to us all about the amazing things in Dubai, and of course to Fiifi that has let you know that, listen, ladies, the only place for you to be this Friday and Saturday is at the National Theatre, where we get to relate, laugh, cry, and dance with each other.
My name is Godwin Number, at Godwin Number on all social media platforms. If you missed any part of the show, you can get it on our YouTube channel at MX24GH.
And my name is Ms. Drew, your official hostess with the mostest. Make sure you check me out on Instagram at Ms. Drew, that's MZDRU_. And on YouTube, I'm telling you, we're doing the Tanzania series, Ms. Drew TV, where I've taught you, I'll show you all the lit things that I got up to in Tanzania. You cannot miss it. Like, subscribe, because I need to get 30K by 30. I'm going to be 30 by the end of the month. I need 30K by 30.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow, Fashion Wednesday. Enjoy your day.